Apologies, the red pill and you. Welcome. Married red pill, Ryan. I'm sorry. It's funny because a lot of guys, sorry has like this weird thing in here. Generally speaking, from a red pill standpoint, apologies are not something that's useful. And we'll get into why here, but I'll just go straight to the apology. Now, excuse me. Now, this is going to be a horrible thing because the guy didn't know what paragraph breaks were. He just did a brain dump of information and let it fly. So it drives me nuts. I'll do my best to make it coherent and cognizant for you, as well as Jack's take on it and then the red pill take on it. So after reading No More Mr. Nice Guy and When I Say No, I Feel Guilty, two things struck out. One, I've probably apologized to my wife 25 times a day, and two, that I need to be the judge of my own actions, so in light of these two things, I've adopted some changes. The recent change is that I do not apologize unless I feel it's warranted. I quit saying sorry at a drive-thru for using change instead of paper. I quit saying sorry if I bumped into somebody. I quit saying sorry for the person behind me in line because the cashier's taking too long. I quit saying sorry to my wife 40 times a day for getting the wrong milk at the store or having the TV up too loud or driving too fast or driving too slow. You get the point. I wanted to ask you guys something I've noticed and ask your opinion on this topic. First, since I've made this no apology change, I've noticed a big increase in arguments where it goes like this. Her, apologize. Me, no. Her, apologize now. Me, no. Her, why won't you just say sorry? Me, I don't feel it's warranted. And then a fight. I'm calm, she's angry, she starts crying because I'm too proud, and I don't care about her feelings, and I don't put her needs first. You get the picture, whatever. For the first time in my life, I truly do not give a crap, which feels amazing, by the way. It feels awesome. So where I want your opinion on this is here. I sense there's a power struggle on her part and not a genuine request for an apology. I sense this because pre-married red pill, I would have apologized at the onset like a little bitch and then it would be over. AKA, she has the power. I'm standing up for myself now and she's basically saying, come on little bitch, apologize like you always do, but now it's not happening. She's freaking out. I don't know. What do you guys think? Am I onto something here? I like this new version of me. And it has really shown me how much of a bitch I've been my whole life, and now that I'm sick of it, I'm done. Good for him. Anyways, I'll go back to Jack. I did or did not do X and realize now that I've hurt you emotionally, financially, materially, etc. I recognize my actions had a negative impact on you. I regret my decisions and would have made different decisions if I could do them over again. That's it. That's the only version of a sincere apology. And if you do feel this way, you probably just don't say sorry. You probably apologized with a lot more words and your recipient sighed and said, okay, I'll get over it. Thank you for the apology. At least you understood why I'm so upset about this. Or they said, that's not enough. You can't go back in time. What's done and done. It's going to be a long time before I can forgive you, if ever. And if you get any other response to your apology, it's probably because it was a bullshit apology. An apology is a recognition of your actions hurting others, regret that you took those actions, and a request for forgiveness. I guarantee you, 99% of the times you've said sorry in your life, one of those things were missing, which meant your apology sounded like, I don't even know what you're mad about, but whatever it is, I'm sorry. I don't know what you're mad about, although I don't think you should be, but your frustration seems disproportionate enough, so I guess I'm sorry. Or, even though I've done this several times already, which means I clearly don't think your issue has any validity, and I don't plan on modifying my behavior, I'm sorry. Which is why our wives give us shit for saying sorry. We're not owning the apology, we're just hand-waving at the hamster, hoping it's distracted enough to keep spinning. Hamsters are usually smarter than that. It's an interesting take. I know Royce, he talks about 2 lifetime apologies. You get 2 in your life, that's it. Use them sparingly. Unless somebody's dog dies, that's the one exception. I find I kind of agree, but Jack didn't really take it far enough. Most of the time, when people give apologies, it's because they're uncomfortable with conflict. Sorry is their way of being passive, and that's absolutely a thing you need to remove from your lexicon. Conflict isn't necessarily a bad thing. Unintentional conflict is a bad thing. Now, if it's the case where you do something that pisses off your wife, the question is, did you know it was going to do that, or did you not know? And if you did know, is that a price you're willing to pay? For all of these cases, an apology is not the useful thing in this anyway. There's a older mids watch about a guy buying red wine, his wife crying, and all this shit kind of illustrates it pretty well. I can't remember what episode it is. If you've been listening, you'll probably find it. And it's the wife could handle that he did something that he knew would piss off her friend. It's that she couldn't handle the fact that it wasn't even a consideration. So here's the point for apologies. If you were apologizing to somebody because you did something that hurt them and you didn't think it was going to hurt them, that shows you where the mistake is.
I've transformed. I'm charming. I'm good looking and in shape, but bored. I need something to do next. Another challenge to conquer. Please give it to me.
And this is why an apology is not important. It's not about apologizing. It's about, I didn't understand the consequences of my actions. I have work to do to get there. Mistakes, and this is why they're stem and response. Mistakes were made. It'll be fixed. Don't worry about it. Not an apology. Mistakes were made. I'm going to fix it. Don't worry about it. On the other hand, if you did do something and you knew it hurt the other person and you made that as a conscious decision because, maybe it's more important. Yeah, I know I missed your birthday, but my mom was dying in the hospital, so I skipped your birthday. I couldn't call. There's no apology there. You knew what you were doing was going to hurt the other person, but you decided this other thing was more important. So you have nothing to apologize for. You knew the consequences of your actions and you took them. She can be mad about it. She's absolutely allowed to be. She can be hurt about it. She can leave you over it. All these things are possible, but that's not your decision to make. Your decision was understanding that this would be a consequence of somebody expressing their hurt feelings. So again, nothing to apologize for. The big problem comes in this little power struggle in a relationship. And a lot of times when girls want apologies, they don't want an apology. They want to flex. You'll see a lot of examples of this. A great example is like in the media. Look at your latest Me Too accusation, your latest character attack in politics. I don't know when this one's coming out, but if you have seen recently, Russell Brand, the famous podcaster and actor, just got a bunch of girls accusing him of this, that, and the other thing, demanding an apology. Well, the point of those ones is the apology is then used as evidence for the attack. And Vox Day has a great book on this called Why Social Justice Warriors Always Lie, where people accuse you of things, expecting you to give an apology and being the normal, sincere, decent human being. I didn't realize that hurt you. I am so sorry. It'll never happen again. And they go, see, he apologized for it. That means he did it, and it becomes a further avenue of attack. So you have to kind of keep in your mind, is this a sincere request for an apology or is it not? Now, most of the time it's not. Most people just want an excuse to bag on you for something you've done and beat you up over it. And so yeah, no apologies. Absolutely not. On the rare instance where there's something that is causing harm to somebody who you do respect or do like in that, yeah. And again, one of those two situations. I wasn't aware of the consequences of my actions, therefore fix the actions. Understand the consequences of your actions again next time you do something. Or you knew it was going to cause harm and you made a calculated choice to go there, in which case, and if you take these all together, don't apologize. There's much better ways to do it either way. Plus, you'll avoid the opportunity to have people beat you down with the Me Too accusations because you said sorry.